Hey there, history enthusiasts and curious minds. Get ready to dive into the fascinating world of U.S. presidents, where we'll uncover the remarkable achievements and, let's be honest, the occasional blunders that shaped their legacies. Over the next few minutes, we're going on a whirlwind tour through the lives of 10 randomly selected commanders-in-chief. From leading revolutions to navigating international crises, these presidents left their mark on America, for better or for worse. Buckle up, because we're about to uncover the triumphs and tribulations that define their presidencies. Let's go! First up, the big cheese himself, George Washington. The man, the myth, the legend. I mean, where else do you even start? He's the cornerstone of American history. This guy led the Continental Army to victory in the American Revolution, a feat that seemed almost impossible at the time. He basically invented the presidency as we know it, setting precedents that still stand today, and somehow managed to rock a powdered wig like nobody's business. Seriously, who else could pull that off? But let's not shy away from the more complicated stuff. History isn't just about the highlights. Washington was also a slave owner, a fact that casts a long shadow over his legacy and reminds us that even our most revered figures were products of their time. It's a stark reminder of the complexities of history. It's a tricky balance, right? Celebrating his achievements while acknowledging the deeply problematic parts of his life. But that's history, folks. It's a nuanced narrative, it's messy, it's complicated, and it's full of contradictions, and that's what makes it so compelling. And frankly, that's what makes it so interesting to explore. The layers, the stories, the context, they all come together to paint a fuller picture of our past. Am I the only one that didn't know Thomas Jefferson, the dude who penned those immortal words? We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, also owned slaves? Powerful stuff, right? And yet, Jefferson himself owned slaves, a glaring contradiction that he wrestled with throughout his life. But hey, he also doubled the size of the United States with the Louisiana Purchase, so there's that. Jefferson's story is a constant push and pull between his ideals and the reality of his time. He envisioned a nation built on liberty and individual freedom, yet those freedoms often didn't extend to everyone. It's this tension that makes him such a compelling and endlessly debated figure. All right, let's talk about Abraham Lincoln, the president who guided the nation through its bloodiest conflict, the Civil War. Lincoln's story is one of resilience, determination, and ultimately tragedy. He held the Union together, signed the Emancipation Proclamation, and fundamentally changed the course of American history. But his presidency was also marked by agonizing decisions like the suspension of habeas corpus, a move that sparked debate about the balance between security and civil liberties. Lincoln's legacy is a reminder that leadership often demands impossible choices, and that even in the darkest of times, hope and progress can emerge. Chapter 4. Theodore Roosevelt, the trust-busting, canal-building cowboy. Hold on to your hats, because here comes Theodore Roosevelt, the boisterous, larger-than-life president who brought a whole new level of energy to the White House. This was a man who loved the great outdoors, busted up monopolies like nobody's business, and championed progressive causes like conservation and labor rights. Oh, and he also spearheaded the construction of the Panama Canal, a mind-boggling feat of engineering that transformed global trade. But Teddy wasn't without his critics. His foreign policy, often described as big stick diplomacy, rubbed some the wrong way. Love him or hate him, there's no denying that TR left his mark on the presidency and the world. You need to hear this if you're a fan of history and leadership. Chapter 6. Franklin D. Roosevelt, leading through crisis. Now we come to Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the only president elected to 4 terms. Talk about job security. His unprecedented tenure in office speaks volumes about the trust and confidence the American people placed in him during some of the nation's darkest hours. FDR, as he was known, guided the nation through the Great Depression and World War II, 2 of the most tumultuous periods in American history. His leadership style was characterized by his ability to communicate hope and determination, often through his famous fireside chats. His New Deal programs brought relief to millions and fundamentally reshaped the role of government in American life. Initiatives like the Civilian Conservation Corps and Social Security provided a safety net for the vulnerable and helped to stabilize the economy. But FDR's presidency wasn't without its controversies, most notably the internment of Japanese Americans during World War II, a dark chapter that continues to haunt the nation's conscience. This decision remains a stark reminder of the complexities and moral dilemmas that leaders face. FDR's story is a testament to the enduring power of hope and resilience, showcasing how a leader can inspire a nation to overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges. But it also serves as a stark reminder of the complexities and moral dilemmas that leaders face in times of crisis. His legacy is a blend of monumental achievements and significant controversies, reflecting the multifaceted nature of leadership during turbulent times. Chapter 6: John F. Kennedy, Camelot, and the Cold War. John F. Kennedy, or JFK as he's often called, captured the imagination of a generation with his youthful charisma and optimistic vision for the future. His charm and eloquence made him a beloved figure, not just in America, but around the world. His presidency, though tragically cut short, was marked by soaring rhetoric, bold initiatives like the space race, and the constant threat of nuclear war. JFK's call to land a man on the moon inspired a nation and set the stage for one of humanity's greatest achievements. JFK's story is one of hope, ambition, and the fragility of peace in the nuclear age. His vision for a better world, coupled with his tragic assassination, left an indelible mark on history and continues to inspire future generations. Chapter 7: Richard Nixon, Triumph and Tragedy. Richard Nixon. The name alone evokes a whirlwind of emotions and historical baggage. Nixon's presidency was a roller coaster of groundbreaking achievements and shocking scandals. He opened relations with China, a monumental shift in Cold War diplomacy, and implemented groundbreaking environmental policies. But his legacy will forever be tarnished by the Watergate scandal, a web of political espionage and cover-ups that ultimately led to his resignation. Nixon's story is a cautionary tale about the corrupting influence of power and the importance of accountability. Am I the only one that didn't know Ronald Reagan was once a Hollywood actor before becoming the Great Communicator in the White House? The Gipper, as he was affectionately known, is credited with helping to end the Cold War, revitalizing the American economy and restoring a sense of optimism after the turbulent 1970s. But Reagan's presidency wasn't without its controversies, including the Iran-Contra affair, a secret arms deal that cast a shadow over his administration. Reagan's legacy continues to be debated, with some hailing him as a transformative figure and others criticizing his policies. Bill Clinton, the saxophone-playing president from Arkansas, ushered in an era of economic prosperity and presided over the longest peacetime economic expansion in American history. He signed NAFTA, implemented welfare reform, and appointed more women and minorities to his cabinet than any previous president. But Clinton's presidency was also rocked by scandal, most notably the Monica Lewinsky affair, which led to his impeachment by the House of Representatives. Clinton's story highlights the changing nature of media and politics in the digital age. Barack Obama made history as the first African-American president of the United States. His election was seen by many as a watershed moment, a sign of progress and hope for a more inclusive America. Obama signed the Affordable Care Act, oversaw the killing of Osama bin Laden, and worked to combat climate change. But his presidency was also marked by deep political divisions and partisan gridlock. Obama's use of drone strikes and his handling of foreign policy crises like Syria also drew criticism. Obama's story reminds us that the fight for equality and justice is ongoing and that progress is often slow and hard-won. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour through the triumphs and tribulations of 10 U.S. presidents. From Washington to Obama, these leaders faced extraordinary challenges and left an indelible mark on the nation and the world. Their stories remind us that history is a complex tapestry of progress and setbacks, of great achievements and human flaws. If you enjoyed this wild ride through presidential history, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel for more fascinating historical deep dives and leave a comment below letting us know which president you'd like us to profile next. And hey, Don't forget to check out the subtitles if you need them. Until next time, keep those history brains engaged.